Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey into a tale filled with mystery, intrigue, and the unexplainable. This is The Time Traveler 1891, a story that bends the boundaries of reality and takes us deep into the unknown. While we dive into this thrilling narrative, you'll pick up essential English skills. Our focus today is on how to express emotions through punctuation like and, making your speech come alive and feel more realistic. But enough about that. Let's step into the story and let the lessons unfold naturally. The Time Traveler 1891. It was a cold December evening in London, 1891. The gas lamps flickered along the cobblestone streets, casting long, eerie shadows. Snow had begun to fall, blanketing the city in a quiet stillness. In a small workshop at the edge of the Thames, Dr. Samuel Grayson worked tirelessly, his eyes fixed on a strange contraption of gears, wires, and glass tubes. Samuel wasn't an ordinary inventor. While others were creating steam engines and mechanical wonders, he was chasing the impossible, time travel. For the past 5 years, he had poured every ounce of his energy, every coin he had, into building a device he believed could defy the laws of nature. And tonight, it was ready. The machine hummed softly as Samuel turned the final lever. The air around it seemed to ripple, as though reality itself was bending. He held his breath, his heart pounding. "Is this it?" he whispered. "Will it work?" Suddenly, a blinding light filled the room, followed by a deafening roar. Samuel shielded his eyes, feeling the ground tremble beneath his feet. When the light faded, the workshop was silent again. But something was different. A stranger appears. As Samuel approached the machine, a figure began to materialize within the swirling mist. At first, it was nothing but a faint outline. But slowly, it took shape, a man in a dark coat, his face pale and bewildered. "Who are you?" Samuel demanded, his voice shaking with both fear and excitement. The man looked at him with wide eyes. "What year is this?" he asked, his voice trembling. 1891, Samuel replied cautiously. "And you? Where are you from?" The man hesitated, his expression clouded with confusion. "I'm from 2025, he said finally. Samuel staggered backward, his mind racing. Could it be true? Had his machine actually worked? The truth unfolds. The stranger introduced himself as Daniel Hayes, a historian from the future. He explained that he had been studying an infamous disappearance from 1891, Samuel Grayson's own, and had been attempting to uncover the mystery when he was suddenly pulled into the past. "You disappeared without a trace," Daniel said. "In my time, your work is legendary, but no one knows what happened to you." Samuel's hands trembled as he absorbed Daniel's words. Was this his destiny? To vanish into time, leaving behind only questions and speculation? "What did they say about me?" Samuel asked, his voice filled with both curiosity and dread. Daniel hesitated. "They said you were a genius, but also mad, that your experiments were dangerous." Samuel's jaw tightened. "Madness and genius often go hand in hand," he said quietly. A glimpse of the future. Over the next few hours, Daniel shared stories of the future, of technological marvels, towering cities, and discoveries Samuel could scarcely imagine. But amidst the wonder, there was a darkness to Daniel's words. "The future isn't as perfect as you might think," Daniel said. "Advancements come at a cost. The world is divided, the environment is failing, and people are more disconnected than ever." Samuel listened intently, his mind racing with possibilities. Was his invention a gift to humanity, or a curse? "Why are you here?" Samuel finally asked. Daniel's expression darkened. "I didn't come here by choice. Someone brought me here, and I think it has to do with your machine." The chase. Before they could uncover more, the sound of heavy footsteps echoed outside the workshop. Samuel and Daniel exchanged a glance, their unease growing. "Are you expecting someone?" Daniel whispered. Samuel shook his head. "No one knows about this place." The door burst open, and two men in dark coats stormed in, their eyes cold and unyielding. "Dr. Grayson," one of them said, his voice like ice. "You've meddled with forces you don't understand. Hand over the machine." Samuel's heart raced. These weren't ordinary thieves. They knew exactly what he had created. "Run!" Samuel shouted, pulling Daniel toward a hidden passage at the back of the workshop. The two men gave chase, their footsteps pounding against the floorboards. Samuel and Daniel darted through the narrow passage, emerging into the cold night air. Snow swirled around them as they sprinted through the empty streets, their breaths coming in ragged gasps. Who are they? Daniel demanded. Let's just say I've made some enemies, Samuel replied grimly. A leap through time. As they reached the edge of the Thames, Samuel stopped abruptly. We can't outrun them, he said, but we can outsmart them. He pulled a small device from his coat, a portable version of his time machine. Daniel's eyes widened. You're not serious, Samuel grinned. Desperate times call for desperate measures. With a flick of the switch, the device hummed to life. The air around them shimmered, and the world seemed to tilt. Hold on, Samuel shouted. The two men vanished just as their pursuers rounded the corner. What happens next? Samuel and Daniel find themselves in a place neither of them could have expected. Somewhere or somewhen that holds the answers to all their questions, but that's a story for another time. Learning English through suspense. This story is packed with suspenseful moments, and the way you deliver them makes all the difference. Let's break it down. 1. Use exclamation marks for intensity. Run, Samuel shouted. Notice how it adds urgency and grabs attention. 2. Use question marks to build curiosity. Who are you? The combination of and expresses both fear and disbelief. 3. Short sentences create tension. The door burst open. Two men stormed in. Short, sharp sentences keep the pace quick and engaging. Your challenge. 1. Imagine you're Samuel facing the strangers. Write 3 sentences where you use and to express fear and defiance. 2. Practice saying them out loud, focusing on your tone and pacing. Stay tuned for the next part of the Time Traveler 18...